This is the story of a small, low-lying land that learned to fight the sea, build trade across oceans, and invent a way of living the world still studies today. From earliest hunters to Roman camps, from the rebellion against Spain to a golden age of trade and art, and from modern social experiments to water-driven engineering, the story of the Netherlands is a story of adaptation, courage, and cleverness. Cambridge University Press and Assessment 1, First Peoples and the Land. Long before there were cities or nations, the coastal plains and river valleys of the Low Countries were shaped by ice, rivers, and the sea. Small bands of hunter-gatherers moved across these lands after the Ice Age. Over millennia they learned to farm, use local peat and clay, and to live with the rhythm of tides and floods. These earliest settlements set the pattern for a people always attentive to the watery landscape beneath their feet. Cambridge University Press and Assessment. 2. Romans, Franks, and medieval kingdoms. By the 1st centuries AD, Romans pushed into parts of the Low Countries, building roads, towns, and trade links to the empire. Rome's rule introduced new crops, urban life, and administrative systems, but when Rome retreated, the region again became a patchwork of local powers. Over time, Franks, Saxons, and other groups formed powerful medieval polities. Cities like Utrecht, Leiden, and later Amsterdam began as trading places, small centers that would grow into something much larger. Cambridge University Press and Assessment 3, Living with Waterpolders, Dikes, and Community. 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, a defining theme of Dutch history is the struggle against water. Large tracts of land lie below sea level. Over centuries, people built dikes, drained lakes, and created polders, reclaimed fields surrounded by earthwork and pump technology. This was not only engineering, it was social organization. Maintaining dikes required cooperation, rules, and local institutions. The result was a culture used to consensus, local governance, and practical problem-solving, traits that marked Dutch life for centuries to come. For the Habsburgs, religious tension, and the revolt 4 o'clock to 540. By the early modern era, the Low Countries were wealthy and densely populated, but they were also ruled by distant Habsburg rulers. The Spanish crown. New religious ideas from the Reformation spread fast. Calvinism took hold in towns and among merchants. Heavy taxation, centralizing policies, and harsh suppression by Spanish governors finally sparked a rebellion. What began as protests became armed revolt, the Dutch Revolt, or the 80 Years' War, a struggle that would end with the northern provinces asserting their independence and creating a new republic. 5. Birth of the Dutch Republic and the Golden Age. From the late 16th century, the northern provinces organized themselves into the Republic of the Seven United Netherlands. Freed from Spanish rule, they turned outward. The 17th century became the Dutch Golden Age. Merchants and shipowners established global trade networks. The Dutch East India Company, the VOC, linked Europe with Asia, and Amsterdam became a financial and cultural hub. Painters such as Rembrandt and Vermeer, scientists and mapmakers, and a bustling merchant class made the Netherlands one of the most dynamic places in the world. The Golden Age combined commerce, tolerance, and innovation in ways few small states had ever managed. 6. Trade, empire, and competing powers. Dutch power rested on ships, trade, and finance. The Republic profited from carrying trade. Dutch ships moved goods between Europe, the Baltic, the Mediterranean, and overseas empires. But global power brings enemies. England and France challenged Dutch maritime supremacy. Wars in the 17th and early 18th centuries cost money and shifted advantage. Over time, the balance of global trade and power changed, yet the commercial culture left its marks. Brokerage, stock exchanges, banks, and a global network of merchants. Scribd 7. Society, religion, and the idea of tolerance. One reason the Netherlands flourished was its relative tolerance, especially in cities. Refugees, scholars, and Jewish and Protestant migrants found safe havens in Dutch towns. This openness attracted talent and capital. Printers, scientists, and philosophers settled here and helped create a lively intellectual life. The Republic's mixed governance, powerful merchant regents, city councils, and provincial assemblies produced pragmatic politics where compromise often mattered. This civic culture would influence Dutch political identity for centuries. Scribd 8. decline, Napoleons, and the kingdom. From the late 17th century onward, Dutch preeminence faded. War, shifting trade routes, and the rise of larger states reduced Dutch advantage. In the late 18th and early 19th centuries, French revolutionary armies swept the region. The old republic gave way to new political orders. After the Napoleonic upheavals, the United Kingdom of the Netherlands was established 1815. And later the modern Kingdom of the Netherlands formed, though Belgium split away in 1830. These political reshufflings remade the map and sent the Netherlands into a quieter, modernizing era. Cambridge University Press and Assessment 9, Industrialization, Social Change, in the 19th Century. Though not as early or massive an industrializer as Britain, the Netherlands modernized in the 19th century. Railways, factories, and urban growth changed work and life. Social movements, religious revival, and political reform created new parties and pressures. Colonial possessions in the East Indies, modern Indonesia, and the Caribbean continued to link Dutch fortunes to global markets. The 19th century prepared the Netherlands for the upheavals of the 20th. 10 world wars, occupation and recovery. In the 20th century, the Netherlands faced 2 world wars. In World War I, the country remained officially neutral and was spared occupation. In World War II, however, Nazi Germany invaded and occupied the Netherlands. The occupation brought hardship, repression, and the tragic deportation of many Dutch Jews. After 1945, recovery, decolonization, and a welfare state settlement marked reconstruction, new housing, social programs, and a modern economy. The Netherlands emerged as a prosperous, outward-looking democracy. Cambridge University Press, an Assessment 11, Post-War Prosperity. Decolonization, an International Role, 1320 to 1420. The post-war years brought rapid economic growth and social change. The Dutch welfare state expanded. Education and health improved. At the same time, colonial empires unraveled. Indonesia declared independence after a difficult period, and other colonial ties changed. The Netherlands became an active participant in European integration, NATO, and international institutions. Dutch ports, banks, and high-tech firms connected the country to a new global economy. 12 Modern Netherlands, Innovation, Culture, and Contemporary Issues. 1422-15 o'clock today. The Netherlands is known for its art, cycling cities, ports like Rotterdam, and a pragmatic social model that experiments with tolerance and progressive policy. It faces modern challenges: climate change, rising seas, immigration, and political debates. Yet the long Dutch habit of problem-solving, cooperation, and engineering gives it tools to adapt. From reclaimed land to global trade to modern democracy, the Netherlands has long shown how small geography and careful governance can shape a powerful national story.